Vladimir, Kushma, and 6IX9INE have released a brand new music video for their song called Aulos Reloaded. And since these two outlandish singers are together, you know that the song is even better. Both the song and the video have a lot of hidden meanings, so make sure to stay tuned throughout the video to not miss a single thing. Be on the lookout for the new giveaways we have going on, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Number 5. 6IX9INE's Techno Arrival. When you think of the singer 6IX9INE, what do you think of? Do you think of his looks, which are without a doubt one of his defining features? Do you think of his music? Do you think of his lyrics? Let me refine the question now. What genre do you think about when I say 6IX9INE? You'll likely think of rap music, as that's what he's famous for.
Got that jerk, got that super soak, I hit that she a Fifi, honey, Kiki, she.
But the odd thing is, in recent times, 6IX9INE has been going off the reservation in order to do more types of music. Which brings us to Aulos Reloaded. For you see, this is 6IX9INE's first foray into the techno industry. Which of course begs the question, why would a rap artist want to do a song to a techno beat? Well, the answer to that is quite simple: location. For 6IX9INE has been working hard on expanding his reach and dominance. As many have noted, the King of New York decided to go across the pond. And try to stake a claim in Europe. Why does that matter? Well, not unlike how different countries have different loves of food, TV, movies, and politics, they also have a different love of music. And in Europe, for whatever reason, they love music with an electric theme or beat, which is why techno is king. Therefore, if you're trying to take over the realm of music in Europe, you better know how to do techno, or EDM, or something like that. And that's what 6IX9INE is aiming to do. And to help with that, he brought in Vladimir Kushma, who released a song named Aulos a few months ago. And now 6IX9INE is using it to help make his move into the European music market via Aulos Reloaded. Now, whether he actually becomes the king of Europe, like he no doubt wants to, is most definitely up for debate. For starters, one song does not make a reign, even if it's kingly. What's more, the word is still out on what people think of Aulos Reloaded. Still, it's interesting to see a singer of any genre branch out into another. And while Aulos Reloaded is more like a collaboration than a full-on techno song by 6IX9INE, it's a start, and we all have to start somewhere. Right? So let us see where this new path in music takes him. Number 4, greatest rapper alive. What does it take to make it in the music business? That is a question that many have asked, and very few have ever truly answered definitely. Because above all else, every singer, no matter their age, gender, race, or music genre, has a different road into the music business. And that's if they're lucky to make it into the business at all, as that is never a guarantee. But one thing that people generally agree on is that the singer, no matter who they are, have to have confidence in both themselves and their music. After all, if you don't believe in your music and the lyrics you're singing, who will? This is actually a bit of controversy going on in the industry right now, because some singers are hiring ghostwriters to do the lyrics for them because they can't come up with their own. How does this relate to Aulos Reloaded? Well, 6IX9INE starts off the whole song by singing, yeah, greatest rapper alive, greatest rapper alive.
Greatest rapper alive, greatest rapper alive. I wanted her, she didn't want me, ooh.
And to be clear, he's not saying that about Vladimir Kushma, as the guy doesn't sing. He just makes sick techno beats. He's saying it about himself. And he's not afraid to say it on repeat, both at the beginning or at the end of the song, to ensure that you know what he's saying.
Greatest rapper alive, greatest rapper alive.
While many will see this as arrogance, and in some ways it is, another way to look at it is that 6IX9INE is confident in who he is, what he does, and the music he puts out, that he almost feels obligated to say that he is the greatest rapper alive. Now granted, there are many who would say that 6IX9INE isn't the greatest rapper or isn't even in the top 5. And that's fair because every person's thought on the subject of top dog will always be different. But in the end, 6IX9INE is entitled to his own opinion, and due to that, it's perfectly legit for him to say that he is the king of New York or the greatest rapper alive. Notice too that he didn't say greatest rapper ever, emphasizing that he was the best of all time. He set the bar to those who are alive, which means that he acknowledges that he isn't the greatest of all time and that he shows some humility, which to be honest isn't something you associate with him most times. Number 3, the difference between love and love of fame and money. They say that fame brings you a lot of things, and that's very true. But one thing it most definitely brings is the attention of those who weren't paying attention to you before. And now, I don't mean the government and crime lords, though when it comes to the IRS, you never know. I'm talking about people who are trying to get to you because you have something that they desire, and knowing you might get them closer to it. it. This is called gold digging, and Aulos Reloaded addresses how 6ix9ine feels about that. I wanted her, she ain't want me. Now she want me, I don't want her. Girl on my phone, can't stand her. If it ain't money, don't call me.
I want her, ooh. Girl on my phone, can't stand her, ooh. If it ain't money, don't call me, ooh.
On the surface, it sounds like he's just singing about how he's not interested in the girls who just want him for his money, which is fair to sing about. But if you look closer, you see that there's something a little deeper. Look at the first 2 lines. He's talking about how he used to want a girl, and yet she didn't feel the same way. So then he got famous and rich, and now she wants him. But he doesn't feel that way about her. Quite the nice turnaround here.
Now she want me, I don't want her, ooh. Girl on my phone, can't stand her, ooh. If it ain't money, don't call me, ooh.
This is not unlikely, how in places like high school or college, guys or girls tend to want to be with others they like despite being in a higher class or out of their league. Sure, some of it is harmless daydreaming or wondering what it would be like, but some genuinely like them and are crushed when they get turned down. But then when they achieve fame or have a net worth to them, they get the looks from the guy or girl they were pinning over because now they have something to quote unquote offer. What this really boils down to here is how 6ix9ine hates that the tables have turned in the wrong direction. He dismisses the advances of those who would try to be with him solely for his money or fame. In fact, he flips the tables himself with this last line, all but stating that if you aren't here to talk about a business proposition, like a literal one that would make him a boatload of money, you ladies should be calling or texting him. He ain't interested. You can say a lot about this.
Big bang, chase bang, Billy gang, ooh. Fake stash, chrome gang, spinning gang, ooh. Want smoker.
Especially given what comes later in the lyrics. But in the end, this shows growth, because now he's not pinning after the girl he can't have. He's happy with the girls he can have without the fear of being used. Number 2, living free and having fun. Heading to the music video now. Aulos Reloaded honestly just keeps it really simple with its visuals, but that's not just to say that they don't have their own hidden meanings in them. You just have to know where to look. First and foremost, you can tell that this was shot in Europe, and that jives with 6ix9ine wanted to be the king of Europe. And naturally, that's where Vladimir is from, so it makes sense for him to go to his new collaborator's home in order to shoot some things and do their song. Speaking of Vladimir 6ix9ine made sure to give him a lot of screen time, including numerous shots where he's alone in the video in one form or another. This is important because it again shows how unselfish 6ix9ine is at times. Do recall that some people don't like him for various reasons, including a potential attack on another singer that he's been investigated for. But another thing that gets attached to his music is how he represents certain things. However, as the past has shown, he's actually really good about working with certain other singers in his songs, or being fine with doing videos and songs with other rappers. And that was with rappers in his genre. Vladimir is a totally different guy, but instead of leaving him out in the cold, he makes sure that he gets the screen time he deserves. Now, if you look at the rest of the video, you'll notice that a lot of the shots are of people, including Vladimir walking around or on motorbikes, or 6ix9ine in a car, or the 2 singers on top of a car, and etc. What does this have to do with anything? Well, it has to do with the freedom that certain things get you, and having fun and fame can let you do certain things you could have only dreamt of before. Like getting a whole parking lot to yourself for all sorts of dirt bike tomfoolery, or just a car simply to do donuts. Or hanging out with another rapper from another country just because you like their music, and more. Plus, the use of split screen, multiple images, and more just adds to the feeling of having fun with things that life can give you. And that's easy with number 1, money. Big bank, chase bank, Billy gang. Oh, money has a very interesting place in Aulos Reloaded because it's both a cause of pain and pleasure for 6ix9ine. As previously noted, one of the things that ticks off 6ix9ine is that women are constantly calling him to hang out because they know he's rich. But in contrast, he's happy to brag about his money to the world, which is why he sings Big Bank, Chase Bank in the song. Big Bank is a slang term for being loaded, and Chase Bank is literally a bank that most people use, including apparently 6ix9ine. What's more, later in the song, 6ix9ine sings about how he gets and drinks some of the finest wine in the world, and he does that quite so often. It might seem like an odd combination, but it all has to do with who he hangs out with and what he does to treat himself. After all, if you had money, wouldn't you treat yourself to something nice? Also, if you had friends who treated you well, with or without money, wouldn't you splurge a little to have some fun with them? Exactly. And with a net worth of $4 million, it's clear that he has money, and with new songs in the works, he might be able to even make more soon. So what did you think of this breakdown of Aulos Reloaded by Vladimir and 6ix9ine? Do you find a new appreciation for the song? What do you think was the best part of either the song or lyrics or the music video itself? Did you see something that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments below and be ready for the next video where I break down more rap songs. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these 3. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.